Dime lo que, dime lo que, dime lo que. Captain Zevan here. Been a while, but we're back at it again with some more One Piece content. And if you stick around, I have a couple things I want to share with you guys at the end of the video. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, we are at the closing of the Wano arc. And I'm not gonna lie, we still got one more chapter of the arc, but as of right now, for me personally, this is going down as my favorite arc of One Piece ever. I know a lot of people have different opinions. Some people like aren't happy with this. Some people really love it. I fall in the category that I've loved just about everything. Like, yeah, there've been a couple things that were like, oh, but there's no such thing as perfection, right? I mean, that's how I take it. And to me, Wano has just just peak. And if next chapter is as we're thinking, it's gonna be bounties. So this is gonna be my bounty prediction video, as you already know from the title. And I've seen a lot of people, in my opinion, really undershot what these bounties are about to be. And I've had my bounty list for a while. I just was waiting till we got towards the end of Wano to actually release the bounty video. And let's see how it ages. I'm very confident in mine. I feel like other people are gonna be like, think I'm overshooting, but hey, that's what we're here for, to predict, right? So let's start off with Chopper. Chopper, I think he gets 1,000. Just slap another zero on there and give him straight 1,000. Now, if they take into consideration that his monster point and him doing what he did with the virus, maybe he actually gets a bounty. Maybe they give him 1 million. Just maybe they give him 1 million. But I think he's gonna forever be trolled. I just think Chopper is forever trolled. Then next I have Brook. Brook did a lot in Whole Cake Island, but I feel like in this arc he was just very supportive, especially like with the Robin stuff. So I think with Brook, he's gonna get a solid 300 million increase to 383 million. Again, it's because I don't feel like he did, so much. Like, he was good, just, he didn't take on a Tobiropo or an officer, so that's why I say he gets 300 million. Now, Nami and Usopp, those two, I believe, are both going to be over 400 million berries, because even though Usopp was very supportive in the fight against OT Page 1, he inevitably never took down anyone. But Usopp, if they take what he was saying seriously about him taking down 2 Tobiropo, 500 million. Easy. Easily 500 million plus if they take that, what he says, seriously. Nami, I feel like she's going to be like 4 to 500 million range. I'm thinking 466, like slap 400 million, because she'd be ulti. But Oda, he likes to, in terms of scale, when the Straw Hats would beat someone and get a bounty increase, scale wise, for the timing of when these bounties come out, it's quite significant. Like, back in Dressrosa, like, everyone got a 50 million increase, which was quite a bit, especially in that time. And then Zoro actually got 200 million increase, which was a lot. But right now we're beating a Yonko crew, so for her to get a 400 million increase, I feel like is kind of expected, especially because she beat Ulti. So 466, maybe even over 500. And my brother and I actually got a bet going on with Nami's bounty, so hopefully I win this bet. He's saying 250, and I said my number will be like 450 for the bet. So let's see what happens with that. Frankie, he beat Sasaki. Now, they could like troll him and give him 494 just to not break the 500 million. or they could give him like 594. But I'm thinking he's gonna be in the 5 to 600 million mark because he cleanly beat Sasaki, and he was still doing stuff like around in the raid, and like he was active. So I say I'm hoping Frankie's in the 5 to 600 million range. He's actually my second favorite Straw Hat. So if I can see him in that range, that would be like so hype for me personally. You know, I do mechanical stuff in the sense of like creating things with my trade, so you know I can relate to him and all his mechs and shit. So it'd be really cool to see him in that range. Robin, she beat Black Maria cleanly. It was a all out fight for her, but she did it. And especially because now that Luffy and the crew are in a point where they're already a Yonko crew, but now it's like solidifying, hey, these people are straight up emperor. So before her knowing what she knows, yeah, it was dangerous, but the fact that now their crew is like really edging towards the whole One Piece thing, I think that, and on top of that being Black Maria, I think it'd be really interesting if they gave her a 666 million berry bounty. I think she will probably get that. I think it would be really dope and it'd be really hype. But yeah, I think that will be her bounty. If not that, somewhere between 5 and 600 million. That's what I think Robin will get. Next, we have Jinbei, first son of the sea. He beat the strongest Toby Roppo, or at least the highest bounty Toby Roppo, which was Who's Who. And Who's Who had, I forget if it was like a 500 something million bounty or 600 something. Like I know it was the highest one. But I believe that Jinbei will get somewhere between 7 and 900 million. I know it's kind of like a big range with Jinbei. It's just I'm not really sure where they're gonna put him at. But I think that is a safe bet to, safe place to put him. I don't think Jinbei will break 1 billion because I believe that's gonna be held off for just Zoro and Sanji. But him being like right there is like perfect for like his placement of the crew and everything. So I say Jinbei's in the 7 to 900 range. I would love to see him closer to the 900 range, but he's definitely not going to break 1 billion. But he will be close. Sanji beat Queen, which was a great fight. He did really good. Obviously, there was a lot of Germa stuff that was going on. So in the beginning of the raid, and then he beat Queen like clean. Fair. He beat Queen, who had a 1.3 something billion berry bounty. So I don't believe Oda is gonna put Zoro and Sanji just a little bit over Queen and King because again, you gotta remember they beat them, so they are significantly more dangerous than those people were. Cause like Oda doesn't just give people, oh, you're going to get a little bit more than the person you beat. Remember, it's all about, like, he does it in terms of scale, depending on where we are in the story. So, in my opinion, Sanji will have nothing less than 1.4, 1.5 billion, but in my opinion, it's going to be closer to 1.9 billion berries. I believe that Sanji is going to be in the upper 1 billions. And, maybe that's highballing it. Maybe he's going to be closer to like 1.6, 1.7. But I think that him and Zoro are going to be like really high up there. So if we want to say a nice middle ground for this, I would say like 1.7 million for Sanji. With Zoro, he was fighting the Yonko on the rooftop. And after that, went over to beat King. So if they take all of that into consideration, 2 billion. I think Zoro has no problem hitting 2 billion for that. Again, just my opinion. Now, it's I know it may sound kind of crazy, Zoro at 2 billion when Luffy's not even there yet, but it's just, again, it's all about the scaling. Zoro beats Luffy's old bounties, and right now these are like humongous steps that these guys are taking. So I think he would actually make that humongous step. Maybe he would be at like 2.02 or 2.2, or like maybe he'll be at 1.92 or something. But I think Zoro's gonna get a humongous increase here. I mean, he did a lot. But now for the man himself, Luffy. I really don't understand why people don't think Luffy's gonna break 3-4 billion. Like, to me that's kind of crazy. I mean, when has Luffy not gotten a bounty higher than the strongest person he beat in an arc? Like, to just think that Luffy isn't gonna clear 4.6 billion is just wild to me. To me, 5 billion was like the minimum. But, you know, depending how they stroke this news, I think Luffy can really hit that 6 billion mark. I personally think that Luffy is going to have a bounty higher than Rogers right now. Because remember, they said that if Kaido and Big Mom join forces, they are a force stronger than Rocks. And who dealt with Rocks? Roger and Garp. So, essentially, Luffy, Law, and Kid's alliance is stronger than the Rocks Pirates, which was the most terrifying thing up until Roger was king of the pirates. So, I feel like this is the part where the new generation really beats and overcomes the old generation in terms of not just in strength, but like in everything. So to me, Luffy's gonna have, like, people were saying throwing the 5.6 billion because of Gomu, but I think Luffy quadruples here and gets 6 billion. 6 billion berries. That's what I think Luffy's gonna get. And just for a couple honorable mentions, since we're here, wondering what I think Law and Kid are going to get, I think they're going to get 5 billion. I think they get the 5 billion to like cleanly clear Big Mom's bounty of 4.3. So Luffy 6, Law and Kid will get 5 because they're the ones that took down Big Mom. I think Killer clears 1 billion. Like, yeah, he didn't take down, you know, one of the All-Stars, but I really feel like if they again, if this all comes down to if they take the rooftop situation and how they spin that, but I would love to see Killer in a place between Zoro and Sanji, just to, you know, keep playing up the whole vice captain or right hand man. So like if the right hand man of Kid was like right between Zoro and Sanji, I feel like that'd be really nice. Will he get it? I don't know, especially because of where I think Zoro and Sanji's bounties are gonna be, but I hope Killer at least clears 1 billion. Yamato, I think she gets somewhere between 300 and 600 million because, realistically speaking, she didn't beat anybody besides a number. Yes, she held her own against Kaido, but if she didn't, that would have been kind of sad. I mean, she's been fighting him for 20 years, running away and fighting Kaido. Like, Yamato went into that fight with an edge. And Kaido was already weakened. Like, if Yamato couldn't hold her own in that fight, it would have been like, okay, that's kind of like where the hype go. So, I don't think... People keep saying that Yamato is like, oh, if Yamato joins, she's like the second strongest, or like right behind Zoro. I'm just like, no. Calm down. Like... She's gonna give Jinbei a good fight. Like, I think she beats Jinbei, but like, put respect on Zoro and Sanji. Like, she is not beating them. Sanji has this thing where, you know, he don't fight women, and even though she says that Yamato is a man, Sanji sees something. So, you know, I don't think, no. It's Zoro and Sanji clear Yamato. Now for the couple announcements. I know I haven't been active, but a lot of milestones recently. I just finished college, got my associate's degree, and I also just recently bought a house. So it's been crazy to say the least. But hopefully in July, more content will be coming out more regularly. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And until then, I'll see you in the next one. Captain Zevin, out.